Distorted View Daily proudly presents Tim Henson dishing out no-nonsense advice on his call-in radio show. Chagoo!
About a month or so ago, I had a girlfriend that I lost to my best friend.
A bitch's cunt was open for business.
I wonder what his cock smelled like after he was done.
And
I'd rather have a chick nail me in the ass, because she doesn't come. She gets tired after 30 seconds because she's lazy, not used to doing the work.
I was just really hurt, because I lost my best friend and, one of my girlfriends.
Guys are just blinded by cunt.
I'm sure he has a good heart.
No, not at all. He was one of my closest friends. I never thought, he'd ever do that to me.
Fucking fake.
And ever since then, I've just been
out of the closet,
so insecure, and I have trust issues really bad, and
oh, for the fuck's sake,
I can't find a way to just start trusting girls again. I just can't find myself to do it.
You're an embarrassment to me.
Yeah, and also I have
full-bloom AIDS.
My grandmother passed away. It was my dad's mother, and just a month or so ago after she passed away, I got into a physical fight with him, and
Jesus Christ! A little self-control goes a long way, my friend.
I felt really bad because it was just a month after his mother died, and I get into a physical fight with him.
Have you thought about standing before the true and living God to be judged?
And, we're on good terms now, but I've never really gotten a chance to sit down and tell him how really sorry I am. I've told him sorry, but he doesn't know how bad I still feel about it.
All right, enough of this bullshit. This queen ball is so over the top, I have a hard time believing he's real. Hey freaks, it's Wednesday, March 13th, 2019. Coming up on the program today, you don't need to greet lunch meat. A nice prime rib, a brisket, sure, I could understand saying hi to. They're quality meats. Lunch meat doesn't deserve your time. They're the low-life scum of the meat world. Second-class citizens worthy of only white bread and store-brand meowness. I spit on lunch meat. Rot in hell, peckerheads. My Bologna has a first name and it's Fuckoff.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Yes, hey freaks, Timothy James Henson back here with you for the Wednesday podcast. Got a great one for you today. Now, longtime freaks know that I get obsessed with commercials. Not new commercials so much, they're all garbage. I'm talking about classic commercials from my childhood. These occupy an enormous portion of my brain. It's really jingles and music that get stuck in my head. I'll go years and years without thinking about, the Red Lobster jingle, for instance, but then something will jog my memory, and then I'm obsessed with it for weeks, and that's all that's playing in my brain, constantly. I'll go to bed with that jingle in my head. I'll be dreaming about it. I can't get it out.
Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you.
That was one we talked about not too long ago. And then the patio enclosures commercial, which I think was like a local company in Cleveland. Their jingle got stuck in my head.
Someone near you knows the one and only patio enclosures.
I mean, that's just an irritating voice, isn't it? Like, the singer drives me crazy, but then, I get it stuck in my head. Although, those are short jingles. The one that really bothered me recently, this is one that was locked inside of my brain for weeks. It was constantly running up there. It was the Sears commercial, the softer side of Sears from the 90s. Remember, I was kind of feeling nostalgic for Sears. Sears was getting ready to declare bankruptcy. So I bought like $50 worth of stock in Sears. And then I remember this stupid commercial.
Hey, mister, your hardware's looking real good. This insulation's just right. Wool mufflers and full-length shears.
See, this was really a brilliant commercial, I gotta say. And I know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna get this song stuck in my head again. But this is really to illustrate that, Sears isn't just about die-hard batteries and Craftsman power tools and shit. They were kind of trying to rebrand, refocus, like, hey, we got clothes, man! And perfume and shit. Ladies, please come shop here. And so the commercial is playing on the fact they're known for hardware, like, mufflers, right? But really what they're talking about are earmuffs. Hardware is jewelry. The real problem is, I talked about this on the show, and I found multiple versions of this commercial where they talk about, different type of hardware.
What I wanna wear tonight. You'll be the first place. I'll always try, 'cause hardware now has a softer side. Come see the softer side.
I even know how to do that. Come see the softer. Oh, and then I found this, I think it was like an internal commercial when they were launching their softer side campaign. It's like a minute and a half. So now we're in full song territory. And I'm listening to this practically weeping, A, because I'm a faggot, and B, I'm like, I grew up with Sears. Meanwhile, I went to Sears driving school. I would not get in a car with me if I were you. I was going to say, I barely have a relationship with Sears. Yes, in the Ashtabula Mall, there was a Sears. I always hated that store, though. I always considered it like a place to buy car batteries. Apparently, I did not know about the softer side of Sears. But Sears actually did have a driving school, and I attended that because I turned 16 over the summer. My birthday's in August, right? And I didn't want to wait to get my driver's license. I didn't have, because I think they only offered driver's ed in the spring or something at my school. I don't remember. So I really wanted my driver's license, and so for my birthday, my parents bought me classes at the Sears driving school or something, and I had the worst teacher who was super fat, who constantly had diarrhea. We'd be driving on the main drag of Ashtabula, and he'd be like, all right, next fast food place, you got to pull over. I got a shit, man. And then another day, he was late picking me up, and I was like, oh, what's the deal? Like an hour late. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I choked and passed out on the way here. He was eating something, and he didn't chew enough. This is my instructor. By the way, I'm pretty sure it took me 2 tries to pass my driver's exam. Anyway, as I was trying to find the softer side of Sears commercials, a few months ago, I ran across this long promo, and it really did make me sad because, it's really a song about how people over the last, 150 years have grown up with Sears, and now it's kind of going away. Thanks, Amazon.
My first dress and my first doll.
God.
My first trip down to the mall.
Sears was there for us. And see how we treat them.
My first shiny red set of wheels. You were the first place a child tried. 'Cause just like me, you had a playful side.
It's like the first store these kids have ever gone to.
The first meal I ever made.
And then you're growing up, right? And Sears is still there for you.
To the shades from the first seed that I sowed. We turned a house into a home. You were the first place.
See, it's starting to pick up.
Young wife tried, 'cause just like me, you had a warmer side.
But wait, there's more.
As I grow up, you grow too.
Sears grew up with us. Now they're on their deathbed.
As I
boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry, freaks. I did not mean to start playing all these goddamn Sears commercials again. The reason why I'm bringing this up, I have finally uncovered a commercial that I was obsessed with, but I could not find online. No one had posted or, uploaded this on YouTube until recently. Whenever someone says Hello Kitty, I'm always like, hello, brother. And the reason why is because there was a Target commercial featuring Hello Kitty with some of the most ridiculous fucking lines. Now, Hello Kitty, for those of you that don't know, is some Japanese cat cartoon. She doesn't speak, and she doesn't have a mouth. So I don't know who is saying these things in the commercial. I thought it was supposed to be Hello Kitty herself, but it's all just fucking ridiculous. Take a listen.
Hello, morning.
Yeah, she's saying hello to the morning.
Hello, closet.
Closets.
Hello, kitty.
She's retarded. Hello, closet.
Hello, locker.
Are you my friend, Closet? Hello, Closet. Oh, my favorite part. I just talked over it.
Hello,
The quality of this commercial, the upload is awful, but she's saying hello to her lunch meat.
Hello, Kitty. Hello, brother. Hello, backpack. Hello, Kitty.
Yeah, she definitely says hello, brother. I remembered that correctly. I don't know why that stuck in my head. I think just because it annoyed me. Stop saying hello to inanimate objects. Stupid talking cat. All right. I don't know why I get so worked up over this nonsense. Speaking of getting worked up, I have got a man freaking the fuck out at the San Diego Comic Fest. He was a presenter. I guess he was doing a panel or something, and he was showing comic books and walking us through how important they are, specifically the Batman comic book. Or, excuse me, graphic novel. And, you know, he's got his little slides up, and he's like, look at the broad strokes used. Look at how in some panels there's a lot of detail, and in some panels there's not a lot of detail. And, you know, you got to pay attention to which panels have a lot of detail because them are the important ones. Like, how can you take this fucking shit seriously? The reason why he gets upset is because his time is up, right? He spends an hour, and the next panel wants to get started or set up or whatever, and he's not done with his spiel.
Young artists, notice the use of motion lines, even within the realism. Just those little motion lines. You don't need any dialogue, no captions. You know exactly what's going on here. You turn the page, and they basically package up the present, return to her. Once again, guys, good luck drawing men and... Okay, but I want to go right... Can I go right up to 5 to 1? Okay, yeah. Listen, folks, I got to finish this. You got to give me 5 to 1.
This is so important. I've got to finish this. We're 4 pages away.
And I'm sorry.
There are some great lines, heavy strokes used in the last 3 pages. If I don't get to this... Everyone's time will have been wasted here. I got news for you. If you're attending a seminar on the importance and the emotional weight of comic book brushstrokes, your entire life is a waste of time. How big of a nerd do you have to be?
Okay.
Well, 55 at the latest.
I have 12 minutes to 1. Can I please go to 5 to 1?
But they need 5 minutes.
We're already wasting time dealing with this bullshit. Okay?
You said yeah.
Okay, I deserve a little more respect than you. Can you please excuse yourself so I can give these people a show?
Who is this guy? Arlen Schumer. Is he a big name in comic books or something?
God damn it.
Fuck. Now back to Batman and Robin here.
Youth is wasted on the young. Sorry, folks.
He's literally showing pictures of Batman in a cape with big bubble writing. Bearing gifts, we traverse afar, ... Look, I mean, it's great if you're into comic book. I love comic book movies. I used to be into comic books. I just feel like a lot of the important stuff may have been covered in the first, 50 minutes of his speech. Like this dude might just think a little too highly of himself. So he talks for a couple more minutes, and then he's interrupted again.
I'm sorry I'm rushing through this, but I gotta deal with... I don't even know what that says.
We're out of time. Sorry.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's pretty.
Fuck you.
That's pretty rude.
Fuck you.
You don't need to be so damn
Dude, whatever. Anyway, folks. Sorry to end on a bad note, but that's what you get for lecturing 5 times in 3 days.
Look, I'm sorry, dude, but the illustrator from Archie Comics is coming in to talk about the importance of freckle placement on faces. This is earth-shattering stuff here. So apparently this guy is an illustrator, also a comic historian, and now he's been banned from San Diego Comic Fest. According to Bleeding Cool, Schumer was banned because he managed to upset the showrunners, comic book pros, and fan attendees, and the hotel staff. So he was on quite a rampage this past week. Also getting in trouble for something he said, Dave Chappelle is back in the news. He went on John Mayer's Twitter Periscope show or Instagram show. I don't know what the fuck John Mayer is doing. He's not making music, that's for sure. He was doing a live stream with his buddy Dave Chappelle, and he also had a special musical guest, Daniel Caesar, who I guess is some Canadian musician, not familiar with him. Dave Chappelle, though, was kind of making a joke, and he was a little drunk, so he's mean about it.
Time you heard him sing a little bit.
Yeah, very gay.
Yeah, he called the musical guest, who's also in the room with them, right now. He basically called this guy gay to his face.
Caesar, for the first time, you heard him sing a little bit.
Yeah, very gay. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm just kidding. Daniel Caesar's a musician from Toronto.
Now Dave Chappelle's going to try to smooth things over here.
Just met tonight. Black. I got jealous. I didn't know John had other black friends. Well, I'm teasing John. He has a ton of black friends, but he's amazing, and he's a musical guest tonight.
Well, yeah. You want to set up and we'll do this. We'll do the tune. You're not feeling it?
Not yet. No, Daniel, not yet.
You can hear in the background, what the fuck, man?
What I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I offend you?
You called him gay. That's usually not a compliment.
Yeah.
But also, it's a fucking joke, right? Sensitive singer. I'm guessing that's what type of music this guy performs. John Mayer like music.
Daniel's from Toronto, and he literally.
Hold on.
He's literally.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
Are both parties drunk?
No, we're all drunk.
Okay. Well, everyone is drunk. I'm the only sober person.
Oh my God! If I fist fight on your show, I'll be furious. No, Daniel, not yet.
Hold on.
Daniel.
Hold on.
Not yet.
Hold on a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm just setting up.
But Dave, identify for 1 second. This is what I want to do on my show. I have all these plush animals.
Are you okay?
Identify for.
No, you're good.
Do it on camera.
Yeah, this is on camera.
Do it on camera.
Yeah.
Dave, people just saw for a minute what happens when you speak freely and there's alcohol in your hand and you're working free association.
You know who comes off the worst in this video? John Mayer.
And you accidentally say something that...
I feel like both of these guys, like Daniel Caesar and Dave Chappelle, would have just moved on, but Mayer wants to just stay on this topic.
Trip someone's feelings.
Drag it out.
Now you have
the wrong word is accidentally.
Of course it's accident, but you have to clean it up. It's a 3-second cleanup.
No.
The guy's working for the first time on social media. I don't want to speak for it.
I'll tell you right
just
now.
Clean it up. It takes
Wait a minute. No. Daniel, you're great. You're great. Before this broadcast started.
All right, then he goes into like a fake compliment. He's absolutely great. I love him. Whatever. Maybe he really does think he's great. So then this guy, Daniel, was like, you know what? Maybe I was being a little sensitive. It's just a joke. You think I'm gay. Ha. My music's gay. But then John Mayer's like, no. We got to examine this more.
No, I'm trying to think about this. Maybe I'm being sensitive.
Yes, you're being sensitive. Dave Chappelle then says...
Yeah, Daniel, I thought about it. You are.
I probably am.
I don't think that you are. I think...
No.
Let me... I talk to my audience really honestly all the time.
Oh, God. I've been finding this video posted on Reddit and all sorts of places, and they're like, hey, for 5 minutes, Dave Chappelle is backtracking, trying to, smooth over this thing. When really, it's John Mayer who's the dick here.
We have to talk, especially on this show, and in life, at
we talk too much.
Mile-a-minute pace with things that come to our... You don't like this?
Yo, I'm taking myself hell seriously. Let's go.
You want to
No, because now I feel like I'm OG pressuring you.
No. This is good.
Guys, I'm good at this shit. I'm good at cleanup. Can I just clean this up for my own OCD?
Please.
Sometimes the gears in your head move super fast, and the wrong things get shot through the gears, and you say a thing, and it goes blurp.
If I was Dave Chappelle, I'd be like, you know what? This guy records sensitive music. It's gay. That's what I call gay music. Also, Dave Chappelle, again, how would you classify John Mayer's music? I mean, this is not exactly testosterone pumping, sperm producing. Do you hear that? I just sprouted tits. My pussy's all juicing up. John Mayer's okay. Some of his songs are okay. I like that first one that he came out with. How's it go? Welcome to the real world, she said to me, condescendingly. I bought that album when I was in my 20s. When did it come out? In 2001? Jesus Christ, I'm old. My favorite song. It's a really good song. If you're not, completely skeeved out or annoyed by John Mayer is on that first album. It's a song called 3x5. Oh, yeah. It's a pretty good song. He's a pretty good guitar player, too, right? Like I have the right to comment on anyone's guitar playing. Yeah, he's a pretty good guitar player. He's sold millions of records. Of course he's a good guitar player. Remember a few years ago I was trying to learn how to play? I couldn't master Old Susanna. Blank, blank, blank. That's how I play. Yeah, you know, in my expert opinion, John Mayer's not a bad guitarist. Get you up on places I've been on. And you are. Is there a karaoke version of this? I could belt out 3x5. I think the issue was it wasn't a single. Well, there's some guy who recorded a version. Oh, here we go. Yeah. This dude is playing the guitar, doing a John Mayer song, and he's got a John Mayer poster in his room. It's a little extreme. Extreme! I ride you to catch you up on places. It sounds like, it always seems like I can sing better when the artist is singing along. Like when I'm using the real track. When there's no one singing along with me, I think I sound much worse. I wonder why that is. All right, let me try this again. Riding you to catch you up on places I've been. I just needed to get in the right key. You held this letter, probably got excited, but there's nothing else inside it. Didn't have a camera. Well, lost the key. I'm not even gonna try. Good Christ, I'm the worst. Real quick, before we get into the news, do you remember Shane Lee, a Distorted View Youtard? Hey, everybody, this is Shane Lee. Sure, if you're Sideshow members, you remember him. I played a little bit of Shane Lee at the top of the program on the Sideshow exclusive Tuesday podcast. But, I was thinking about him because I played some Shane Lee, old vintage Shane Lee. I was like, you know what? I haven't seen any of his videos pop up on my YouTube feed. I wonder why that is. Well, like many Youtards, Shane Lee goes through YouTube channels like Youtards also go through psychiatric emergencies. They come fast and furious. And sure enough, Shane Lee has abandoned his Shane Lee YouTube channel and set up a new one. He's actually set up multiple YouTube channels. So I thought we would check in with him, see how he's doing. This was a video posted just a few days ago in March.
How are you today? It's me, Shane Lee. So, anyway, I'm going over my videos this morning.
Shane Lee is watching lesbian porn while he's doing a vlog.
So, they sent me a video of two ladies enjoying themselves. On it, to bang.
Oh, that's the other thing about Shane Lee. He has all these like weird vocal tics. Hey, everybody, this is Shane Lee. Mm-hmm. How you doing today? Mm-hmm.
Anyway, reason I'm watching is to learn how to please ladies.
Oh, he's not watching porn to jerk off. This is for educational purposes.
Now, one of them is using her hand, and one of them is using a mechanical device. Well, how do you compete with a mechanical device if you're a guy? Well, your tongue is the answer. See, your tongue can vibrate similar to a vibrator, but you gotta buzz it like a vibrator too.
Oh my God. Now, you may remember Shane Lee has been accused, I think in the past, of doing things to an underage girl and maybe animals.
And what you do is you put your lip...
Now he's showing us how to give cunnilingus.
Your upper lip. On her clit, and that's like a vibrator. Mm-hmm. Now, since I'm French, I go downtown, right?
Did he say because he's French, Wee. We're learning a lot about Shane Lely. Okay.
On her quiz, and that's like a vibrator. Now, since I'm French, I go downtown, right? I'm trying to please my woman so she'll come back for more. It'll be that out, she cry mo, with a rebel, yeah, mo.
I'm glad he's still singing. The great thing is, this video, like, the title has nothing to do with cunnilingus or lesbian porn. It's titled, My Morning Dealing with Dead Pastor. I'm sorry. This is so ridiculous. He's talking about lesbian porn and cunnilingus, and the title is My Morning Dealing with Dead Pastors Who Won't Ask Why. Like, what does that even mean? Oh, he's such a Youtard. I love it. There's another one I had to click on because he's shirtless, you know, he's big and fat, and he's got his tits all hanging out, right? God, I know, we're so late. I got to get into the news here. But I have to tell you about that. I have to play audio from this video. Like, again, it has nothing to do with the title. Shane explains his medical boards. Like, medical boards like you're going to be a doctor? Because that's a scary thought.
Good morning, everyone. Now, I want to talk in more detail about the puppy dream I think I had and thought it was real. Right?
Uh-oh.
Well, how do I know it's a dream?
Because I didn't really fuck a puppy in real life. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I blacked out. What could the puppy dream be?
So, in the dream, I'm in a pool that doesn't have any water in it, but I'm pushing a puppy around playing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I'm playing with it, the puppy suddenly starts moving and dies. And I guess I got too rough with it. Right?
Oh my God, he's a real-life Lenny. I love the dog too hard.
How do I know it's a dream? A, my mom knows nothing about it. B, I was in the neighbor's yard, and the neighbors would find the puppy in the pool and would tell my mom, right?
That's how you know it's a dream. You suffered no repercussions.
That was real.
But you're also mentally ill.
So that's why I think that was a dream. I confused.
He thinks it was a dream. He's not 100% sure.
Any of it, well, then
I think I've had enough of Shane Lee today. I'm glad to have him back, though. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow. What are you waiting for? Sign up, become a true and honorable freak today. I just changed the album artwork for our Sideshow feed. Been very busy today. $6.99, that's all it takes. It's even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. When you become a member, you get full access to the entire archive of programs, and every single week, I produce new exclusive shows just for paying members. Yesterday, we did an exclusive show. This past weekend, we did an exclusive show. Tomorrow, another exclusive program. Sign up right now so you don't miss a thing. SuperFreakSideshow.com. There are other ways to support this nonsense. We've got a Patreon account. I just posted a Patreon thing today. Ooh, was it a doozy. I went deep into the archives. Before Distorted View was a podcast, I would make stupid little comedy videos. I thought they were comedy videos. No one was really laughing. People were concerned for my well-being. This was probably back in, 2001, something like that, right? Before I even got a digital camera, I was trying to learn video editing, and so I made I guess it's kind of like a cartoon, little animation with a cutout of me, and Joey was in it, and he voiced it. We wrote it together. It was my very first attempt at a comedy video, and I thought I had lost it. I couldn't find it on my computer. I assumed, one of my old hard drives ate it up, chewed it up, or whatever. But today, I found a DVD full of these stupid videos, and so I posted it for patrons to check out. And I'm embarrassed by it. Much like I'm embarrassed by early programs or early episodes of Distorted View Daily that I've posted on the Sideshow and stuff, I'm very embarrassed by this. And it gets worse. Because I was under the impression that this video was comedy genius, And because I went through the trouble of burning it onto a DVD, I noticed that there was a second audio track for this video. And when I played it, I realized why. We recorded an audio commentary for this video. It was Joey and I, and we basically walked through this video. We were watching it together and pointing out things that we thought were funny. It's completely ridiculous. There was no need. No one has ever heard this audio commentary. The DVDs weren't sold. No one would buy this shit. I'm not really sure why I did. At the time, I'm pretty sure in the early 2000s, I was pretty enamored by the whole audio commentary tracks. Like, I'd always watch TV shows with the audio commentary, and I'd learn interesting things or whatever. So I'm sure that's why I thought it was a good idea. If you want to hear if you want to see a dumb young Tim doing dumb videos and hear a young Tim talk about making dumb videos, you can check out our Patreon, pledge a few bucks that way. Patreon.com/distortedview. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, I was just talking about how I am constantly under the impression that I am 2 seconds away from dying of a stroke or something. Well, check this shit out. A woman passed out mid-oral sex after her orgasm caused a small stroke. Now, my initial thought was, what a good girl, being able to come just from sucking dick. But no, she was receiving oral sex. You never really think about the woman receiving pleasure. I'm a very selfish lover. Yeah, so she suffered a stroke as, this guy was tonguing her twat. I wonder if it tightened around his mouth. Like he couldn't pull his tongue out of the pussy. Everything just zipped up, clenched around his tongue. All right, the unnamed 44-year-old was enjoying the oral sex when she lost consciousness for 2 to 3 minutes. It sucks for her, but it's quite the feather in this man's cap. You know he's going to be telling that story. I can make a bitch pass out just by tongue fucking her. She was clinically dead from the pleasure I gave her. Could you imagine being this guy and you're having sex with a woman and she basically dies on you? What do? Your instinct is to just leave her, flee the scene, right? This dude was a good man, though. He rushed her to the hospital because he knew something was very, very wrong. When they arrived, the man told medics that she had gone stiff during the episode. She felt sick when she arrived at the hospital and was suffering a nasty headache. In a clinical case report, it was stated the patient reported nearing orgasm while receiving oral sex from her partner before losing consciousness. They sent the woman to get a CT scan, and that revealed a trace of acute subarachnoid spiders? She had spiders in her head? Acute subarachnoid blood, a type of stroke that causes bleeding in the space around the brain. The patient's bleeding was caused by a small aneurysm, which is a bulge on a blood vessel, like a balloon that bursts, basically. The doctor's team warned that rigorous activity, including passionate romps in the bed, can cause aneurysms to burst. During sexual activity, blood pressure as well as heart rates increase, with particular rise during orgasm. So be careful out there. I like to come quick and come often. That way you don't get too worked up. It's just, it's a safety precaution for me. Second story we have for you today. It's a short one, but it is from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Florida. Our most fucked up state.
South Florida drivers would likely trade sex for less traffic. Now, when I first read that headline, I thought it was some sort of prostitution Uber scheme. You lower your fat pussy lips on my dick. In exchange, I'll call you a cab. You can ride for free anywhere you want in the Tri-County area. That's not what the news story means. What they're saying is Florida drivers would give up sex in exchange for roads that weren't so congested. Well, that's just dumb. Traffic is so bad in South Florida, many commuters say they would give up sex to have an easier drive to and from work. The new report says 22% of drivers would give up lights out nookie so they didn't have to sit in traffic. Almost half of South Florida drivers, 48%, said they'd give up alcohol, while 29% said they'd drop Netflix to get rid of the bumper-to-bumper traffic. The survey, commissioned by Brightline and Lyft. I knew there was some sort of ride-sharing angle here. They're paying for this. All right, the survey commissioned by Brightline and Lyft say that people in Miami-Dade and Broward hate traffic. Well, we hate traffic everywhere, but I guess it's really bad down there in Miami. They despise it so much, nearly 30% said they would rather clean their office bathroom, gross, than sit in a daily commute. What a worthless fucking study and a waste of money. There's one tiny mention of Lyft, and I'm guessing, Lyft is the one who wanted this survey out there. Free publicity, but I really think it's going to produce any business reading this stupid study. All right, another 40% would joyfully sit in the middle seat on an airplane just to have a little less traffic. Now, what's interesting is this particular news story has an open comments section, and it gets racist so quickly. Miami is a city of immigrants who learn to drive in their own countries. The rules of the road that they think apply to driving in Miami is what caused traffic accidents. Isn't Miami full of old Jews as well? Let's blame it on the old Jews. Can't even see over the steering wheel. Blaming the poor Cubans. Catherine replied, yes! They're now doing checkpoints to check for insurance like they do with DUI checkpoints. So many Florida drivers don't have insurance, and we know why. John sums it up nicely. Too many illegals. Just wait. With countless undocumented immigrants flooding into Florida, traffic is going to get a lot worse. And finally, Josh writes in, the solution is simple. Have sex in traffic. There's more than enough time. Now, see, that's a man with a helpful comment. All right, final story we have for you today. It took 12 years for a Bavarian village to run out of toilet paper. Why were they trying? Finally, though, the last roll has been used up, according to Mayor Erwin Karg. He's the mayor of Fuckstall. I'm almost 100% certain that's not how you really pronounce it, but how great would it be if that's really the name, the town of Fuckstall? The trouble all began in 2006, when a town employee accidentally ordered 2 truckloads of toilet paper. When the first vehicle rolled up to the 4,000 people town, that's a very small town. A lot of toilet paper for 4,000 people. The authorities realized the mistake and managed to cancel the second truck. Even so, the village of Fuckstall was left with the logistical problem of packing away the toilet paper. Officials set up a 4-person team to distribute the toilet paper in several public buildings, filling the attic of the local storage building, as well as available closets and cabinets in local schools, the town hall, and the firehouse. There was a lot of excess toilet paper, freaks. I believe they were even trying to give it away, but ordinary citizens showed little interest in the product, as it turned out to be gray single-ply toilet paper that would turn yellow and grow brittle under prolonged exposure to sunlight. Not soft and absorbent. That's how most people like their toilet paper. On the upside, though, the botched 2006 order saved the city a significant amount of money. They were able to save about $1,100 because the price of wood went up the next year, which made toilet paper more expensive. So now, even though they're completely out of toilet paper, inspired by all of the savings, the village placed another large order. Now, they like the idea of all this extra toilet paper. They didn't make the order quite as large. This time, the paper will be white, 2-ply, and not delivered all at once. Quote, in my case, it would probably take another 12 years to get used to that. So there you go. Little fun story for you. It's a slow news day. I prefer news stories where someone is decapitated. Forced circumcision. Unique and colorful ways to get raped. But, this toilet paper story's cute, too. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your distorted news for Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you, freaks. Many ways to contact the show. 206-666-4463. That's our voicemail line. I'm going to play some of those calls in just a second. You can always email me, show@distortedview.com. I'm all over social media, @DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow, YouTube.com/DistortedViewShow. And if you want to listen to full episodes of DV on YouTube, we've got another YouTube channel, YouTube.com/DistortedView. We're seeing how that's doing. Now, that YouTube channel has like 60 subscribers, so not a lot of subscribers, not a lot of views, but it's more for like people searching for stuff on YouTube or Google, and they might run across an episode of DV, and we might get a new listener that way. But if you want to listen, you're more than welcome to. YouTube.com/DistortedView. And of course, we've got a Discord where over 1,000 freaks hang out and post weird stuff and chat and have a grand old time over there. All right, there's a link on the main navigation bar over there at distortedview.com. All right, let's check in with some freaks here.
Hi, Tim. It's Stacy in D.C., and I was just listening to I think it was your Sunday episode, Bucket of Cum or Bucket of Chum, one of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were talking about the girl getting the star tattooed around her asshole, which was just hilarious. But then you mentioned that it looked like her cunt looked like a Arby's beef and cheddar or something like that. And
really?
And I'm straight as an arrow, but all of a sudden I was like, oh, I guess I could do that. I'm hungry. Like, that sounds good. But I think I'm just.
That was not the goal of my
Arby's. So
comment.
Anyway, thanks.
Really? I said her pussy looks like a roast beef sandwich. That's so tired, isn't it? Like, she's got roast beef cunt lips. I thought I would be a little more creative than that. Guess not. Maybe it's an old episode she was listening to. All right, let me try this again here. We got some calls that are not talking to me. All right. Peking.
Hey, Tim, love lady, cat lady here.
That's what
pretty sure you know
that's what Google translated "Hey Tim" to. Peking. God,
Hey,
they
Tim,
suck.
love lady, cat lady here. I'm pretty sure you know why I'm calling. It's because, the whole thing about Tucker Carlson and his rape. However, he did say the funniest thing, and that was like, I feel sorry for ugly women. It's not their fault.
It's true.
And that made me laugh so hard.
They released some more audio of Tucker Carlson saying offensive things, but whatever.
But
It'll just be me saying the same stuff over again. If you want to hear it, go look it up.
I would also like to give you the cunt card, if that's a card
thank you.
to give.
I didn't realize I needed a cunt card. I thought I had free reign to say cunt, but I appreciate you offering. I will accept the cunt card.
Because that's like a great word, then. I feel like
I do. I really like the word cunt.
Women get upset over it. But
one of Lord Douche's coworkers does not like that word, because I've said it in front of him before, because I'm that person who just swears, and he's like, "Ooh, I do not like that word, cunt."
Word. Like
doesn't stop me from saying it
they're
though.
a cunt. You're a cunt. He's a cunt. Everyone can be a cunt. It's great.
I like that. I like man cunt or boy cunt.
Then, real quick, you
cunt is so
I'm just
versatile.
letting you know that date rape does stuff really bad. But I would rather be date raped again than being married off at 16 years old.
I'm sorry, was I arguing that date rape isn't traumatizing?
So I can,
I mean, I may have joked about it, but I know rape is bad.
I don't know, 58-year-old husband. That fucking sucks. And then real quick, you never got around to your TMI with Sting Puss.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm working on some stuff for you freaks. I don't know if you're going to like it, but hopefully I'll have some stuff to announce eventually. Soon, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, Chuggo there, Timmy Boo.
Chuggo.
It's Groundskeeper Willie. You're long-serving,
Oh, wow.
although slightly intermittently listening.
It's been a while since I've heard from Groundskeeper Willie. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Now we're going to hear from him all over
Chuggo
again.
there, Timmy Boo. It's Groundskeeper Willie.
Google.
You're long-serving, although slightly intermittently listening, Scottish listener. I just was listening to your January 22nd show, and someone called in asking where Mary Riley came from. And they started going, Mary Riley.
Yes.
And I remember when I was a teenager, when you first started making that joke,
Oh my God, you were a teenager when I made that joke?
Maybe 10 years ago at this point.
Jesus.
I like that I could take a break for about 4 years from this show, come back, and the jokes are exactly the same, and I get all of them. It's truly wonderful.
You didn't miss anything.
Good work. There's a reason I haven't cancelled my Sideshow membership in about 8 years, even though I listen on and off. So, you're the best, man. Give it up.
Thanks. I guess. I mean, thanks for continuing to be a Sideshow member. I'd like it better if you listened all the time. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Why don't you guys email me? show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you at 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. God, is it?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Tomorrow's program is going to be another Sideshow exclusive one. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I will see you back on Friday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you?